What's up, guys? Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video. I finally went out and bought myself a new sleeping bag. This is a Alps Outdoors Redwood -25 bag. This is the first below zero bag that I've got. And then today we're also going to do the first piece of viewer mail. Yeah, so we'll get to that after we do the unboxing on this. I do have my other sleeping bag up here that I always use to kind of compare this to. This is a Coleman bag, and I've had it for I bet close to 10 years now. It's the Coleman Brighton sleeping bag, Coleman Comfort Range 30 degrees to 50 degrees. If you can see that. So that's what I've got. And I've been using it for a long time, but I definitely wanted to get something warmer. And we'll kind of do a bit of a comparison between the two. I need to get something to open this box. All right. So before we pop this open, we'll kind of see what the box says. So Alps Outdoors Redwood -25 oversized rectangle sleeping bag. This is oversized rectangle, Tech Loft silver insulation, 2-layer construction, rugged cotton canvas outer, 100% cotton flannel liner, a number 10 zipper, and it has some roll-up straps. The dimensions are 38 by 80, fill weight is 128 ounces, and the total weight of the bag is 13 pounds. It is heavy. If there's any other information on the box here, so the back is a bit different. You can see what it says there. So on the top of the box it says Alps Outdoors proudly supports various conservation groups and is dedicated to spreading the passion and appreciation of all things outdoor. Learn more at alpsoutdoors.com/STL. And no, this is not any type of sponsored ad. I needed a bag, and this is what I found. So I had originally gone out to purchase a Cabela's brand bag that was like a -20. None of them were in stock, so I went to my local Shields, and they had this one in stock, and it was about $70 cheaper. This bag was $109.99, so it's not cheap. But when you start getting to 0 degree and below zero bags, they start to get pretty expensive. And this is a very good price option for a -25 bag. Most of them are easily $200 these days. So we'll pop this guy open and take a look at it. Try not to cut it. Letter. Okay. It is big. Come out. All right, comes in a big plastic bag. This thing is huge. It's probably never going to come back compact down that small again. I guess I will say the one thing, when I was looking at the Cabela's bag, it did come with a canvas bag that it went in to carry it around. It would be nice if this one came with the bag, but that's not worth another $70. So you've got a couple of clips here to open it up, and it rolls out. And this is why we were up filming right here. I don't really have a better space to do this. Okay, so it's backwards here. Man, that is a big bag. So you've got your big straps on it. Looks like there's 3 straps to roll it back up. And it's kind of annoying that those dangle off of there already, in my opinion, but that's just part of it. And here's the bag, man. The outside, basically, it kind of feels like a Carhartt jacket, maybe a little bit lighter material, but it's that cotton canvas, I guess. Up here you have a little Velcro to, I guess, hold your zipper closed. And that is a big chunky zipper on there. Go ahead and pull it down a little bit. And there is your flannel liner. And that looks very nice and comfortable. Nothing crazy on the pull here. You have an internal and external pull on your zipper. We'll go ahead and unzip this all the way. This would be great to use if you needed it to just use as a comforter, honestly. You can keep this around your house, I guess, in case the power goes out. If you live in a cold climate. We'll kind of zip this back up. This is kind of a test when you get a sleeping bag. How easy does it zip back together? Does it catch anything on itself? Go around the corner here. It seems like a great zipper. As I say that, did it get caught? I pick up canvas? Oh, I picked up a piece of the canvas. Okay. So that is something you're going to have to be careful about, I guess. If you can see, this side of the zipper picked up some of that canvas. So like I said, that's a test. There, it popped right out. So, something you have to be conscious of. And maybe once this gets used a few times, that'll kind of make a difference. And so since we're talking zippers, I guess we'll compare this to this Coleman bag that I have. So as far as the zippers go, the zipper on the Alps Outdoor bag is much bigger compared to the zipper on this Coleman bag. I mean, there's quite a big difference in between the two, if you can see those. And the Coleman bag has a bit of a different zipper. It's not your standard metal zipper. I think maybe that is to kind of decrease your chance of catching it in there, but I have definitely caught this bag in the zipper before. So this one has a little pocket here if you need to use it. There's nothing like that on this bag. There's just this little strap to keep it closed right there. This one is a straight rectangle. This one has a little bit of taper, it looks like, on the bag. And then you have a spot for your head, so it's not even, which honestly kind of bothered me because the way that I sleep in my truck most of the time, I would prefer to have the zipper on the left side. So I can flip this over and use it either way and not have this flap then hanging over my face. We're gonna put this one off to the side, and I'm gonna crawl inside of this thing and probably overheat quickly, but we'll see what it's like inside. This is by far like the most heavy duty sleeping bag I've ever owned. Take my slippers off here. There's plenty of room. If I zip it all the way up, I can completely cover up my head and face right here. So if you had something to just cover your head up, that would probably be beneficial. Otherwise, you're going to get a bit of a cold head, especially if you shave it off like I do. But man, yeah, I can snuggle way down inside of this thing and sleep. I think with a nice pillow, this is going to keep me incredibly warm. And there's a lot of room to move around. I specifically went for a rectangle bag over a mummy style bag because right now, I mean, typically I'm camping out of my truck. I am going to be doing like some tent camping and things like that in the future, but I don't plan to be doing a lot of like hike-in stuff, so I don't really need like the compact hiking style bags. and this is obviously a bit cheaper, and it's incredibly comfortable. So sleeping in the truck, camping in a tent near my truck or something like that, this is going to be perfect. Or just sleeping outside, it's incredibly wide. If you bought 2 of these and zipped them together, you could easily have a 2-person sleeping bag. I like the color of the liner. I like how it's a bit more neutral than, like, you get some with like bright red and red plaid and stuff like that. This is kind of a neutral bag, but I am definitely impressed with this. It's very nice. That Coleman bag is 100% polyester inside and out. The filling's polyester. So this is a bit different, and my legs are getting incredibly hot. I gotta get out of this thing right now. I have a feeling this is going to keep me very, very warm without needing to use a heater. Now, let's see how I can roll it back up. Okay, here's something I didn't notice. Glad we're still looking at it. I broke a sweat laying in that thing. So on the top of the bag, you have this Velcro to close this and kind of lock the zipper from yourself pushing it open in the middle of the night, maybe. But on the other side of the top of the bag here, you have this little pull string. So if you're laying inside of this, you can cinch this up around yourself and keep it a little bit tighter so less of the warm air escapes from around you. So that's also kind of a cool thing. It's like a little bit of a mummy bag feature on there. And you can just stretch it back out. Nothing on the back side. Anything on the tag. 100% cotton outer, 100% cotton liner. And that's about all that says. So I guess we need to try wrapping this thing back up on itself and see how that works. I am definitely going to find a bag. I think I have a canvas duffel bag that I don't use very often that this will probably fit inside of. So if I'm not using it, it stays a bit nicer. But yeah, it doesn't, with the 3 straps on the bottom, it doesn't look like you're supposed to fold it in half. There's a little fuzz on it. So I'm not gonna do that, even though that's how it came in the box and there was 2 straps on it. With how big it is, this will also probably fit better in a duffel bag like this, and you don't get that crease down the middle. But the straps on the bottom look to definitely be long enough that it should just snap together fine. Yep. You can cinch it down a bit. So with these extendable straps, let's say you were using a liner or you had a fleece blanket or something inside of it. If you wanted to have that in there, you could definitely roll it back up. With bedding inside, you could probably easily roll it up with a pillow inside of it. There we go. So it's big, it's heavy. This is not going to be a backpacking tent because it's as big as a backpack, but I think this should be incredibly useful and keep me incredibly warm. If I need a backpacking tent, I'll get a backpacking tent. But I'm definitely impressed with this. I guess, I don't really know, and let me know down in the comments, but would you put any type of protector on the outside shell, like something along the lines of maybe Scotch Guard or like a waterproofer? Is that something you guys would recommend for a canvas bag like this? I guess let me know. But other than that, I'm satisfied with this. Guess let's move on to this piece of mail. All right, y'all, so my first piece of viewer mail. Somebody asked me probably about a month ago at this point if I had a P.O. box. I got a couple of questions on YouTube videos. I got a couple messages on Instagram about it, and I didn't have one at the time, and I know it's a common thing for people to do, so I went and got one. I didn't really talk about it. I guess I've never said it in the video, but it's been in the video description, so if you wanted to send me something, you could. and this was the first piece of mail. So if you guys wanted to send me something, the P.O. box will be listed in the video description below. But this piece of mail is from a Mr. Norman M. Out of San Diego, California. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to cover that address label up. But we got San Diego right there. It's pretty neat. So, front of the card there, you see that? Inside. So we've got a gift card. So, hi Mike, I really like your storm camping videos. Here's a Hy-Vee gift card. You can get some camping food or snacks. Looking forward to the spring storm camping videos, Norman. And we've got a $10 Hy-Vee gift card. So that's pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to put this to use, get some good food for we'll use this on the next camping adventure with this sleeping bag. That'll definitely be great. I really appreciate that. I mean, you guys don't have to send me stuff, but like I said, a few people have asked. It's kind of a normal thing on YouTube, so it's out there if you wanted to send me something. I really appreciate this. It's kind of a weird feeling to have, I don't want to say strangers, because you guys are watching the videos, we're all experiencing this together, and you guys are supporting it, and I really appreciate it. So it's really cool. Thank you, Norman. I really, really appreciate that. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.